My name's Emily Passman, and this is my studio, which is in a barn behind my home. I paint and teach painting full-time, as well as spending a lot of time working with the arts in my town. I'm on the Lexington Council for the Arts, and right now I'm very involved in getting townwide open studios going. I sometimes have students that come here to my barn for open studio sessions, and I also take students out into the field to learn plein air, which is the French term for in the fresh air, in the open air. If somebody's interested in learning landscape, there's no better way than to take the easel right into the landscape as opposed to painting from a photograph. Painting from a photograph is okay, you can learn some things, but there's nothing like being out there in the fresh air to do landscape painting. Painting is a way for me to somehow reach other people, to express my passion for things that I see. I'm not necessarily interested in the pretty picture, like the beautiful landscape, the barn, the horse, I'm more interested in certain aspects of a landscape or certain aspects of a scene. And it might have something more to do with how the light is hitting the side of something, or the structure of or a component of something, as opposed to the full picture. The things that I want to bring attention to here that I think Jeanette did really nicely here is the dark values of this shadow under the lemon and the shadow on the lemon are very equal. If you put this in black and white, if you took a photograph of this and you put it in black and white, these two shadows would be exactly the same value on a value chart. So she's done that very nicely. One of the biggest challenges in teaching painting is helping painters through artist block. An artist block isn't necessarily, the inability to get oneself in front of their easel. It can also be a block about not knowing how to use the tools correctly, or not having a subject that's inspiring, or you're inspired by your subject but your tools aren't right, or it's helping each individually with their particular block or where they are in their process. Yesterday I had a student who was working on a red truck. She was painting a truck from a photograph. It was coming out flatter and not as loosely as she really wanted to be depicting the truck. So I took the photograph from her and I turned it upside down, and what happened was that she was then jarred into using her eyes to see it, as opposed to her brain making up what she thought she knew about what a truck looks like. Instantly she was thrown into the mode of needing to rely on her eyes and what she was actually seeing, and that helped her through that moment. So I come from a family of teachers. My mother was a teacher. Other people in my family are teachers. I feel like regardless of what your passion is, you either do it and teach it, or perhaps just do it. And I feel like painting for me includes the art of teaching. I actually think that some of my best painting comes from doing demos for students and really experiencing with them the excitement of learning about the step-by-step process of understanding the subject and how to get the final product with your tools. And I just find understanding the tools, mastering the tools, just to be something that's part of who I am. Is I have this desire to teach other people about those things.